Hey guys, we're back with Brawler Bash Game 5. This will be versus Chaos Legions. This is the scenario that has the Leprechaun Assassin. So basically you have a model that's either going to be on 20mm, 25, or 40. It's basically an assassin. It has like poison attacks, always strikes first, initiative 10. It has no real armor. But this is perfect time to put an assassin in my troll unit. So this is the model I'm going to use for my assassin. It's the ogre that I used in my old Orc Land, the Borderlands parody board from a couple years ago at GrowQuest. It's the ogre with the 3 snotlings tied to his shield. I'm looking forward to using this model again, finally. Okay, so here's the rest of the scenario. You will get 100 victory points for each character you kill. This is a maximum of 500. You'll get 200 more if you kill the enemy general with your leprechaun. And I think you also get 200 if you kill the enemy leprechaun in a challenge or something. I can't exactly remember the rest of that. So it's around 900 extra victory points you can get. Now, as we look at my list again, I want to go ahead and point out this Legion of Chaos Army is my clubmate that I played my practice Brawler Bash game the Friday night before the Brawler Bash. We played. It's hilarious that we're playing each other at Game 5 of Brawler Bash after we already practiced against each other. Now, in that game, everything went my way. His war machines fell apart in the first turn. So he's going to be trying to get revenge here. We're both like somewhere in the middle of the pack, so there's no need to do anything. We're worried about have fun, because neither one of us are going to win the big tournament prizes. But I don't even think we even have a chance to win in our best races and stuff, because I know that Ken and Gene were way up the top for best orc. And here's my opponent's Legion of Chaos Army. In the practice game for the battle report I did for that, I thought he was Mark of Zinx, but he's really Mark of Nurgle. And so that's why he was so hard to hit. I was forgetting why he was so hard to hit for my units. So yeah, he's got the unkillable general here. He's got Lord of Undeath guys. His Mark of Nurgle warriors with his 3 characters in there. They're tough. Plus he's got the Beast Banner on his Beastman BSB. So those with halberds are going to be strength 6, high initiative, -1 to hit. Very, very tough to do any damage to them. And he's got 4 chariots plus the 2 skull cannons. He's going to be ambushing his Ungor Raiders this time, which he didn't do last time. Last time he just placed them on the table. And he's going to have his Leprechaun also leading his trolls, even though he only had 6 trolls versus my 18. So we look at his deployment, and you'll notice right off the bat, versus our last game, this is an open plain, basically. I mean, there's one table, one building there on the table and some woods and stuff. But if you remember the last game, there was like an impassable terrain with the building and everything, and you had to funnel through it. But this time, you does not have to worry about funneling through anything. He can come straight at me. I can come straight at him. Again, his war machine is more powerful than mine to start off, so he has the range advantage. So I really can't sit back and nail him with Doom Divers like I would like to. So it worked to my advantage to have the 2 impassable terrain last time because all of his machines blew up early on. This time I have to worry about them not blowing up and then me having to come to him and him be able to shoot me to death with cannons and his hell cannon and everything. So yeah, looking at my deployment again, just hills, woods, and went to one little building. Especially an open plain. I think my objective card, if I remember, my objective card was kill his general. That's all I had left. I hate that card because I never know when to use it, and I always kill the generals when I don't use it. So this is my last card. I have to use it to kill his unkillable general, and I cannot remember what his objective was for me. I want to say it was table quarters. I don't think it was table quarters, but I cannot remember what his objective was. Okay, with vanguards, he has no vanguards. I vanguard my wolf riders over here. You don't see on the picture. I'm vanguarding my big boss and level 1 shaman around that building or towards that building, so I can go around it. I really have nothing I can do with this. I mean, this wolf rider slow things down. He has no war machines I can really pick off the crew on. So he wins first turn. He moves up a bit cautiously. The little model you see kind of had fallen down. He summons a necromancer during his magic phase, and I'm not able to stop it. But as we go into his shooting phase, his hell cannon blows itself up on the first turn, and the blast kills the necromancer that he just summoned. So again, this is all working out for me, his shooting on the top of his first turn. And over here, one of his skull cannons blows itself up on the first turn, panics the chariot which flees. His other skull cannon trying to shoot. I think there was like a doom diver or something behind this mangler, and it just the cannonball just like sticks in the ground, so it does no damage. So he's lost two cannons on the first turn in his shooting. Everything's already going my way, and I haven't even started playing yet. Okay, so when we go to my turn, the Night Goblin unit you see on the left is going to fail animosity. They're going to be forced to charge the Skull Crushers. So I figure charge both chariots at the Skull Crushers. I figure the Night Goblins probably won't make it, but if they do, I want two chariots in there as well. Unfortunately, the Night Goblins don't make it. One of the chariots don't make it. So only one chariot makes its charge into the Skull Crushers. Otherwise, I've got my Mangler up here to try to force him to sacrifice one of his Chaos Chariots on the Mangler, and I move Wolf Riders up to slow down his Warrior block. Okay, so we go into my shooting. First, my magic is basically uneventful. I think I have a Foot of Gork just on both chariots and the Skull Crusher, not the Skull Crusher, Skull Cannon. I think I do a couple of wounds to a chariot and maybe one wound to the Skull Cannon. But my Rocket Lobber is going to destroy that Skull Cannon, which I don't have a picture of. So now all his shooting is gone. My Doom Divers hit his general. Unfortunately, one of them only rolls a 1 for number of hits. But I do get one wound. I stick one wound through on that unkillable general. So I've gotten 3 direct hits out of 4 war machines to start off the game. And this is the start of turn 2, and we realize we had to fight the combat with the chariot. I really do nothing to him with impact hits, and he destroys my chariot easily. And you can see here that I did the 1 wound to his general, and I killed his last Skull Cannon. So this is the rest of his turn. I don't know what happened to the Wolf Riders. I had to slow him down. I don't know if I fled them, which would have been stupid, or if this is just after combat and he wiped them out. But you can also see he sacrifices one of his chariots on my Mangler. He's also going to have his Skull Crushers charge into my Night Goblins. They're going to run over a Fanatic on the way in there and lose a Skull Crusher. And so as we come to the end of his turn 2, this is how the table looks. I'm holding here with my Night Goblins against the Skull Crushers, and I have it where my Pump Wagon and my Chariot can go into the flanks. That would be 3d6 plus 1 impact hit, strength 5. That's a lot of damage I can do to him. My Trolls have a perfect charge on his Warriors. I might as well charge him. You know, he's -1 to hit, so I'm going to need 5s to hit or get automatic hits with vomits. I just want to go in there and vomit his characters and hopefully kill his Beast Banner guy at least, which I should do, because if I could put 6 vomits on him, he has no armor, he's carrying a Beast Banner, so he has no ward, he should die. So then I decided to be stupid, and I just throw my Chariot into the Warriors as well as my Trolls, and this takes away 3 Trolls being able to attack. And I'm like, oh, I'll get the impact hits from the Chariot. I shouldn't have charged the Chariot in there. So now I'm moving my level 1 guy around here to slow down the other Chariot in case my Trolls hold, where I basically just want to character assassinate. Now I don't really think the Trolls can hold. Also, I saw my Pump Wagon obviously goes into the side of the Skull Crushers. And that Mangler there that's right at the bottom left, it needed like 1 more inch to be able to touch, or not, actually those are dead guys out there. So about 2 more inches to get that last Night Goblin go through the Night Goblin and through the Skull Crushers and hopefully take another Skull Crusher down. So this is the end of my turn 2. I go in there, and with his attacks first my Leprechaun Assassin comes out. He has to issue a challenge. He issues with a champion, so I'm like, I'll just answer with my Leprechaun Assassin. Otherwise, the Assassin has to go to the back rank. I don't do a single wound to his champion. Even rerolls, because I think I'm initiative 10, actually. So nothing to him. He does like a wound to me, but he doesn't kill me either. Then my Trolls, after he attacks, I still have 5 Trolls that can attack his Beast Banner guy, 5 vomits, automatic hits. I do not roll a single 4 to wound. All I have to do is roll 2 to kill him. I don't do a single wound to his banner. And then I have 3 guys vomited on his level 3. I do nothing. So then I do nothing with 3 vomits on his unit. All I get is 2 kills with my stomps. I get destroyed. He kills my Chariot outright. I think he maybe kills my Chariot outright. Either way, the Trolls are ran down, and they did absolutely nothing. They got nothing from me. I'm going to hold again with my Skull Crushers versus my Night Goblins versus Skull Crushers. But that was just terrible. I got absolutely nothing out of those Trolls. So his turn 3, he charges his Warriors into my bunker. It was a long charge. If I fled, I was going to flee off the table. But this is like amazing here. If you look at this, he does one wound to my BSB and one wound to my level 1 orc that's shaman that's in the challenge. So I hold here. I mean, I'm not steadfast, but I don't lose by that much. So I hold, actually do a wound to his BSB as well. And, that's a lot better than I expected, but I know my bunker is dead at some point. And his general charged into my savages. It's going to be a challenge with my champion. His skull crushers are going to finally finish killing the pump wagon and my night goblins, and they're going to get a double fight here, where they'll get to fight against the savages as well. And I think they must have really flubbed their attacks, or he fought the combat out of order where he didn't get the double fight. But either way, I'm sure I won this one, and his general holds because he's stubborn. So going to my turn 3, I have not much else left to do. That Mangler goes through my savages, his skull crushers, and his general. It kills the skull crusher. It does nothing to his general. And look, it does nothing to my savages. And then that fanatic is moving randomly. It comes back through his general and my savages. It does nothing to either. So maybe they're like got pillows on their teeth or something. I don't know. I needed to do something to that general. That general. And this is the end of my third turn. Yep, my bunker is broken. It runs off the table. He restrains from pursuit and just reforms to face my savages. I do kill the last skull crusher. I can't do anything to his general. I mean, I just, like, when he just challenges, I decline. My shaman goes to the back. He kills some savages. I do nothing to him. Shaman comes back to the front. What happened? Everything was going my way. So his turn 4, he's going to charge my level 1. I hold because I don't want him to redirect into a war machine. He charges his chariot at my savages. And I think what we do, we measure in, it looks like most of his warriors are in the front arc of my savages. So he doesn't charge them. Instead, he just like slides them down, so he'll now be in my flank. So he can charge like the Doomdiver maybe, and then, destroy it, and then come into the flank of my savages. So at the end of his turn, his chariot does 2 wounds to my Savage Orc Great Shaman. I kill the chariot back. I think I'll actually lose this time, maybe. I don't know. Either way, we're both still here. I'm just pinned in place right now. But that's when I remember I can do what I call the once bitten maneuver that I saw on his battle report, where you can just reform like this and have the same number of models fighting against what's in your front, and now I'm facing his warrior, so his warrior's not going to be coming to my flank on his turn, his very next turn. So that's great because I'm going to decline any challenge he issues with my great shaman. So it's still just 4 savages that he was facing to start with. So my turn 4, I get air we go off on my savages. It really does no good. It's just for the next turn when his warriors come in. I think I used my lucky 7 there. Finally, I haven't used it the whole tournament to make sure I pass this break test, so I don't break right now. And my shooting, I can't shoot the warriors just so close to my war machines. I think I pluck off a couple wounds off the trolls and do a couple wounds to one of his chariots he has left alive. I think he just has 1 Gorbeast chariot alive. I don't know if he's got one or 2 chariots alive right now. So his turn 5, he just comes in and everything and just decimates me. The trolls don't come in. He charges his Leprechaun, that one model you see there, like the Crypt Horror, it's his Leprechaun. He charges that into my flank. He charges his warriors into the front. I'm able to finally kill his Beast Banner guy, so I do kill his BSB, but he just wipes out my savages and they break and run. And all I have left is a couple war machines, my big boss, and I don't know. That might be about it. That's all I have. I think. Oh, I got my 2 cave squid guys. So my turn 5, one of my cave squids goes into his leprechaun. I do 2 wounds to it. It does, I think, 2 wounds to me, and he holds. I think I kill a troll. It looks like with my war machines. And that's it. At this point, I'd roll something like I think 7 hits out of 10 or something like that. He's joking around that I have loaded dice. So he takes my artillery dice. He rolls them like 3 times. He doesn't roll a hit. Then he hands it back to me, and I say, "Watch this hit." And I roll, and I roll a hit again. God. Oh, that's one little happy moment in this was really falling apart of a game here. So this is the end of the game. My cave squig and his assassin. I think I kill his assassin, and he kills my cave squig with his general. Then he kills the other cave squig when I charge it into his general just to try to do a wound. Just to try to get half points. So both my cave squigs are dead. His chariot finishes plucking off my last two war machines, and so this is the end of the game. And I'm like, oh, I've got a completely table. But then I see the little spear sticking up behind the building. That big boss I put around there on the first turn. I completely forgot about him. So on the bottom of six, he comes swinging around. He's like, what happened? Now he's by himself. He's got to form a whole new army. What really did happen? How did this happen when everything was going my way to start the game? So yeah, this is a huge massacre win for the Chaos Legions. He gets his revenge for the practice game. So that is your moral of the story. Never practice because you'll always wind up getting matched up against that same person and they're going to get their revenge against you. So I'm destroyed. I don't even know how it happened. The first turn, he had nothing left on his war machines. I was happy there was open playing then because I figured I can just charge on in, bomb it on his characters, and then I might lose the trolls, but I've got a bunch of points. I'll mop up the rest. I do nothing with my trolls. Nothing. They killed two warriors. That was incredible. And then my savages, they got pinned into place. So yeah, it was rough. It was rough. So to end Brawler Bash here, let's have our little recap of how I feel I did. There's really no wins or losses in Brawler Bash, but going by I guess points, if you're using like the 20 system or whatever, I think I'm like 2-2-1 this tournament. And this is gonna bring my overall Brawler Bash record for all 8 Brawler Bashes to 18-20-5. I'm still stuck at -2. Considering I started out 0-8 at Brawler Bash, I feel like I've done pretty good after that. Yeah, and since I went undefeated my first 4 games with Dark Elves and just lost my last game, I like to think if I just stuck with Dark Elves since Brawler Bash 3, I would be like 20-8 now or something, something stupid. But this was a whole lot of fun. This Brawler Bash had a lot of fun opponents, different opponents. I do say I do not like the end times list between the practice tournament we had and this games here. I just don't like end times list, and we're gonna have another GT Atomic Empire in May. That's gonna be using ETC composition, and they ban end times. I have to say that makes me happy because some of the stuff is just ridiculous. Uh, I mean, if you're gonna do that, do it for all armies. Don't just do it for like a few armies, which are already powerful armies like Dark Elves and Chaos Warriors who get to just pile on more extra rolls. I don't like that, and they have no disadvantages really. But anyway, as far as my performance, I left 1,000 points on the table from objective cards. First by adding up one's fortitude wrong, and the other one by forgetting to flee. That was real stupid. I want to blame being in the hospital the month before, but that was just a stupid maneuver. And also bringing those two K squigs, I brought them for fun, and they did nothing. I mean, killing that leprechaun, that's I think the only thing they did the entire 5 games. But still, this was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping we keep having Brawler Bashes. Who knows what's going to happen with 9th edition? And if it becomes like a little small scale skirmish game, I can't imagine people really playing that versus War Machine. Hopefully they'll have it where it's a small skirmish game and you can scale back up to the game we all love, where it's like a mass battle. Because why are you going to play skirmish with GW game when every other skirmish game, there's like a half a dozen more out there, and their companies support their games, try to make their games balanced. If you play this, you can't trust GW to make a balanced game or to support it with FAQs or anything. So if their route is to destroy the battle game and make just a skirmish game, that's just short-sighted because they have not shown any track record of showing real support and balance to their games. So if all those other games have a foothold in the skirmish market, I don't know what they're really thinking. If it's a secondary game that scales up, that's smart. That's a smart thing to do. Bring people in and then get them hooked. Then introduce them to the mass battle game versus them playing Skirmish War Machine or Malifaux and, then never knowing about the mass battle game. So hopefully they'll go that latter route and not just making it a total skirmish game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to try to make my 3 battle reports for that December tournament at some point. May have a few surprises sprinkled in. We're going to have a tournament May 9th, probably one day. I hope I can go to that. And then we have our Audios 8th edition GT at the end of May that I'm hoping to go to as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope to see you again soon. Feel free to like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.